Episode 25, My Journey Home. This is my first December in Lagos, Nigeria. I came from a warmer region, or I could add a hotter region like Sokoto, as it could be described as that. I was excited to experience the December weather in a different land. This particular morning, as soon as I stepped outside, I was hit by a blast of cold air that made me shiver. I had never experienced such cold weather in Nigeria before and was caught off guard. Sokoto weather can get colder, but this wasn't what I expected from Lagos. The sky was overcast and the wind was strong, making it feel even colder. I quickly ran back inside to grab a sweater and a scarf to keep myself warm. As I made my way to work, I noticed people bundled up in jackets and coats, which was a rare sight in Nigeria. I couldn't believe how drastically the weather had changed in just a few weeks. Despite the cold, I was excited to experience my first Nigerian winter. This was my last day at work for the year. It was Thursday, and I have a day off for Friday, which I intend to travel home. Christmas was in 5 days' time, and I will be spending a day and a half on road transport before getting to Zuru Kebbi State. I had just arrived when Mrs. Johnson sent for me. I went to her office to answer her call, only to be greeted with a beautifully wrapped gift box.
Merry Christmas, Ella. In a short span, you have expanded our cooperation with your creative thinking and humorous personality. This is JISTZ saying, we appreciate your efforts,
she said after giving me the package. The box was quite heavy and I could only guess what could be in it. Thank you so much, Ma, but you really don't have to. I was simply doing my job, I said politely. She smiled.
I have learned to appreciate every single input a worker does to this company, simply because I couldn't have done any better. And you right here are an exception. I also have an envelope for you. It's from a grateful fan who had enjoyed your show. This right here,
she said, pointing at the envelope,
is a proof of your hard work in this company. God bless you.
I couldn't hold back my tears. It was as though she was sending me forth, even though I know that wasn't the case. I went on my knees and appreciated her duly. I am grateful, Ma, I told her. She was glad, very happy, and I could see the genuineness in her words. I didn't realize the difference I made here. I only did this moment. The lavish affection of love from Mrs. Johnson wasn't just on me. She appreciated all her workers and treated us like family. Right here is a perfect example of treat your neighbor as you would yourself. Oliver didn't call throughout the day, and I guessed he was busy and occupied, so I dropped him an email to let him know I was leaving for home the next day. My bags were packed, taxi booked, and ready for boarding, yet there wasn't a call from him. I tried calling, but his line was switched off, which was rare. I didn't think much of it as I set to leave. It was an evening trip, but I got to the park earlier as 4 o'clock p.m. I got a comfortable seat by the window, pulled out my just purchased 1,000-page novel, hoping to finish reading before getting to KB. As promised, the driver didn't start the bus until 7 o'clock p.m. I scanned through the faces of the passengers. By my side is an elderly man, possibly traveling for the Christmas break. A family, a husband, his wife and a toddler, seated at the rear end of the bus. A young boy, possibly 18 to 20 years old, seated on the seat in front of mine. A Hausa man, possibly a businessman, was seated next to him. At my left side angle, a teenager was cuddled in the arms of an elderly man, possibly her father. At the front seat, 2 rows away from mine, An elderly looking man was wearing a buba with a Hausa cap on his head that showed a bit of his bare head. Later, I found out that he was Baba Shegun, the storyteller. The last seat on the bus, which was behind mine, had an elderly woman with a young lady who I had called the elderly woman grandma. There were like 19 more people I couldn't clearly see from where I was seated, as the bus was a 30-seater bus. Traveling by public bus can offer a unique and enriching experience as individuals from diverse backgrounds come together on a shared journey. It was a long and interesting ride. Many events happened on the bus, but two got my attention. These events demonstrate the power of human connection, resilience, and the ability to find joy amidst adversaries. As the bus started moving, a jovial and charismatic gentleman seated at the front grabbed everyone's attention. His name was Baba Shegun, a seasoned storyteller whose passion for oral tradition ignited the imagination of everyone on the bus. Baba Shegun captivated the passengers with his vivid storytelling skills, weaving tales of bravery, love, and folklore throughout the journey. He begins in a Nigeria pidgin accent.
Once upon a time for this world, na only one person dey get power pass everybody. Im name na King Lizard. Im get plenty wives and plenty pikin, but one day, none of im wives bin born pikin wey get strong head. Dis pikin no dey gree obey King Lizard and im mama. One day, King Lizard vex and order for dis pikin to be thrown inside the forest to die. But as God go fit, dis pikin come meet some kind animals wey come dey teach am how to survive for the forest. The pikin come grow and become strong pass King Lizard and im army. And when the time come, dis pikin come back to challenge King Lizard for im throne. Dem fight wella, but dis pikin win. Animal friends come win and become the new king of the land. For that day, everybody know say power no be by force, and say everybody fit get chance to make something of themselves if dem dey work hard and believe in themselves. And so, the land come dey prosper and everybody dey live happily ever after. Another story I wan yarn una be say, one stubborn goat wey no dey gree lis ten to anybody. Dis goat go dey eat people farm and destroy crops, but anytime they try to catch am, e go run away. One day, the people for the village come gather and decide say dem go catch dis goat by any means necessary. They come plan wella, and when dis goat come dey graze for one farm, dem surround am and catch am. But as dem carry am go back to the village, the goat come start to dey talk. Im come tell dem say im be spirit goat o, and say im go give dem one wish if dem no kill am. The people come think wella and come decide say they go wish for peace and prosperity for their village. Dis goat come wave im hand and disappear, and from that day, the village come dey prosper and everybody come dey live in peace. So my people, make una learn say stubbornness no dey pay, and say sometimes na better make we lis ten to others and work together for the common good.
You could hear giggling amidst passengers. Among the passengers was a young man named Ahmed, who seemed disinterested in Baba Shego's story. Ahmed, seemingly lost in his own world, gazed out the window and occasionally smiled at Baba Shego's animated gestures. Little did anyone know that behind his emotionless facade, Ahmed was battling depression and the creeping weight of personal challenges. After a few hours of storytelling, Baba Shego noticed Ahmed's distant aura and decided to focus his efforts on captivating him. Using a softer tone and a more personal approach, Baba Shego shifted his storytelling to address Ahmed's internal struggles. Every word was carefully chosen to uplift Ahmed's spirit and remind him of his worth. He began yet again.